Today, I am going to show you 5 haircuts that make you look up to 10 years younger in just a few minutes at the salon, and one forbidden haircut that might be aging you right now. When Grace Kelly cut her long blonde curls into a sleek bob, she discovered a secret no one talks about. The right haircut is more powerful than any anti-aging cream. You spend a fortune on miracle products. Meanwhile, your friends have discovered these 5 specific haircuts. The result? They are mistaken for women 10 years younger without spending a single extra cent. Why are some women in their 50s constantly complimented for looking like they are in their 40s? The answer is not privileged genetics. It lies in the science of angles, textures, and lengths that work in favor of feminine maturity. The first haircut is so transformative that elite salons charge more than $300 just for it. But you can ask for exactly this during your next visit to the hairdresser. If you're tired of being treated like you are invisible while other women your age receive admiring glances, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and leave a like, because today you are going to discover the secret power that lies in your own hands. But first, I need to tell you about the mistake that 90% of mature women make, which adds unnecessary years to their appearance. The modern bob, a facelift without surgery. The modern bob is the haircut that Anna Wintour turned into her personal signature decades ago. The irony is cruel. While she uses the power of this cut to command the fashion world, thousands of mature women are stuck with outdated versions that make them look older. This happened because traditional hairdressers are still offering those straight bobs from the 1980s. So you leave the salon looking like you are wearing a poorly fitted wig. But the truth is that today's modern bob is completely different. The difference lies in the subtle angles and strategic layers. They work like a natural facelift for the face. Instead of that harsh horizontal line that brutally cuts your silhouette, you get a cut that harmonizes with your facial contours. Here is the secret. Ask for point cutting on the ends. This diagonal cutting technique eliminates the helmet effect that ages you. When you combine this with a back that is slightly longer than the front, a difference of just 2 centimeters, it elongates the neck and disguises sagging better than any concealer. The result is a facelift without surgery. You save thousands on aesthetic procedures while achieving the same rejuvenating effect. But the next haircut might be even more powerful. It creates a permanent youth filter. Soft layers, a youth filter. Soft layers are the secret behind the eternally youthful look you see in sophisticated women. The cruel reality? Most mature women avoid them like they are a plague from the 1980s. This happened because inexperienced hairdressers turned layers into a synonym for an outdated mullet. So you develop trauma from anything that was not a mathematically straight line. But that mentality is literally adding years to your face. Straight and sleek hair sounds elegant in theory. In practice, it works like a curtain that drags everything downward, including your facial expression. Every straight strand pulls your face down. Does that seem sophisticated? In reality, it creates shadows that emphasize wrinkles. The correct technique involves asking for inverted V-shaped layers instead of straight ones. This approach makes the hair naturally embrace the shape of your face, creating a frame that disguises sagging cheeks and double chin. The natural movement of the strands creates highlights that work like a permanent Instagram filter. So you get a lifting effect without telling anyone you did something different. And remember, always finish with texturizing mousse on damp layers, never oil. The extra weight undoes all the work of the haircut. Your permanent youth filter is now active. But wait, the third haircut uses an optical illusion that even fools plastic surgeons. Curtain bangs, natural Photoshop. Curtain bangs are the secret trick that transforms any ordinary mature woman into a timeless icon. The irony is that mature women avoid bangs as if they were a death sentence for beauty. This happened because you had traumatic experiences with blunt bangs from the 1990s. They made anyone look like a child in a Halloween costume. So you developed an irrational fear of anything that touches your forehead. But that mindset is costing you precious years in your appearance. The cruel difference is this. You leave your forehead completely exposed, displaying every wrinkle as a trophy of time. Other women have discovered that curtain bangs are real-life Photoshop. They work because they create a strategic veil. They camouflage imperfections without blocking the light from your eyes. So you get the benefit of looking younger without the visual weight of traditional bangs. The secret lies in the exact measurement. They should lightly touch the eyebrows at the center and reach the middle of the cheek on the sides. Anything shorter becomes a childish fringe. Anything longer loses the rejuvenating effect. So ask your hairdresser to cut with scissors held vertically, not horizontally. This angle creates a natural texture that makes the bangs separate on their own. Your natural Photoshop is now active every day. But stay tuned, the fourth haircut is even bolder. It completely rewrites your silhouette. Sophisticated Pixie. Strength and lightness. The Sophisticated Pixie is the haircut that made Halle Berry look forever in her 30s, even decades after her first Oscar. The tragedy is that mature women run from it like vampires from sunlight. This happened because you saw dozens of poorly executed pixies. They turned friends into female versions of retired husbands. So you develop the belief that very short hair equals giving up on femininity. But that flawed logic is keeping you from experiencing the most liberating haircut of your life. The brutal difference between a common pixie and a sophisticated one lies in the architecture of volume. Textured layers on top that move forward, never backward. This creates a controlled mess effect that instantly rejuvenates instead of the strict businesswoman look. Volume concentrated at the top visually elongates the face, so you gain instant height and elegance. The short sides draw all attention to your eyes and cheekbones. Use texturizing pomade only on the top and leave the sides completely natural. This contrast between texture and smoothness creates modern sophistication. This haircut forces you to reveal your bone structure, and well-defined bone structure never ages. So you eliminate the dead weight of long hair that may have been sabotaging your appearance for years. Strength and lightness in perfect harmony. Now pay attention. The fifth haircut is so transformative that it can literally change how people see you. Long bob, a frame against gravity. The long bob is the haircut Jennifer Aniston has strategically used for decades to stay relevant in Hollywood. The cruel irony is that everyday women treat long hair like medals of honor they cannot let go of. This happened because you were conditioned to believe that long hair equals youth. So the longer the hair, the younger you would seem. But gravity does not forgive. Every extra centimeter pulls your face down like dead weight. The inconvenient truth. Hair that goes past the shoulders creates a waterfall effect that competes with your face for attention. While you think you are showing off your crown of glory, you're actually creating a curtain that hides your best features. The long bob works as a strategic frame. It stops exactly at the point where gravity would begin to sabotage your look, but it maintains enough length to satisfy your psychological need for femininity. The genius is in the slightly elongated ends at the front, just 1.5 centimeters longer than the back. They create a powerful optical illusion by drawing the eye upward. Never ask for a completely straight lob at the ends, because they should have irregular texture created with a razor. This mimics natural movement and avoids the synthetic wig effect. Your frame against gravity is now installed. Now that you know the 5 haircuts, there is one fatal mistake that can ruin any of them. Bonus, the forbidden haircut. This haircut is a trap. It seems elegant, but it reveals your age immediately. The forbidden haircut is the one that even sabotaged Katie Holmes during her most conservative phase, the dreaded straight hair with no movement. The tragedy? Thousands of mature women still ask for it religiously, thinking it means sophistication. This happened because you were programmed to believe that straight and sleek hair equals neat and professional. So the more mathematically precise the ends, the more elegant you would appear. But this logic turns you into an aged version of yourself. The cruel reality: harsh horizontal lines work like rulers that mark exactly where your youth ends. Every time you ask for perfectly straight ends, you create a dividing line that separates your youthful face from what happens below the neck. It has the opposite effect of what you want. Instead of elegance, it creates visual stiffness that adds a decade instantly. The solution is to break those deadly lines. Ask for point cutting on the ends with irregular movement. This technique breaks the straight line by creating natural texture that imitates how hair grows naturally. If you already have the forbidden haircut and cannot go to the salon immediately, gently scrunch the damp ends with texturizing mousse to create temporary movement. Hair with life imitates natural youth. Quick recap: your youth checklist. Modern bob brings lifting angles. Soft layers provide movement that brightens. Curtain bangs act as a strategic veil. Sophisticated pixie highlights bone structure. Long bob is the perfect balance. Never lifeless straight lines. Here's the truth no one wants to admit. You can spend a fortune on anti-aging creams and miraculous procedures. Meanwhile, a poorly chosen haircut adds years to your appearance every single day. The difference between looking like a woman who has given up and one who has discovered the secret to eternal youth? It is literally in your hands, or better yet, in the hands of your hairdresser. If this video made you question that haircut you have been repeating for years, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because women who know these secrets are part of a select group, those who age with power, not with fear. True elegance does not come from the age you are, but from the courage to reinvent yourself constantly. Remember, age is a number, style is a choice. Which of these haircuts would you choose first? Write in the comments. I would love to know about your hair revolution.